Hi everybody, welcome to this YouTube channel and welcome to this YouTube video. My name is Grace and I am an author of Real Book Stories, and if you are coming here for the first time, I want to give you a hearty welcome to this YouTube channel. So in this video, I will be explaining to you how to publish your first book as a complete novice. If you are an aspiring author, you desire to write a book, or you've written one and you don't know how to publish it, you don't know what to do, you are stuck, then you are in the right place. So without further ado, let us get started. Okay, I want to give you a hearty congratulations. If you have written your first draft, I want to congratulate you because you have done a great job. Many people actually have the idea, they had the idea of writing a book, they want to author a book, they even had the idea of what to write. Some even started, but along the line they couldn't continue, and then their dream died before it was even bettered. But you have written your first draft. That is a very, very, very great step, and I want to congratulate you. So now that you have a first draft at hand, you don't know what to do. Yeah, I was also there when I wrote my first draft. I didn't know what to do about it. I just gave it to my mom. So probably you have also done the same. I would first of all be talking about the things that you don't do with your first draft. And one of the things you don't do with your first draft, you don't do with your first draft, is you don't give it to anybody. I mean anybody. Okay, when I say anybody, let me specify the anybody. You don't give it to your friends, family, colleagues, acquaintance, whatever. You don't give it to them unless they are professional editors. If they are not professional editors, or probably no professional writers, or they know about writing, then giving your first draft to them is like shooting yourself in the leg. No, don't do that, because there are people you are emotionally connected with, and their words will hold ground on you. So probably they might not be interested in what you are writing, or maybe you are writing fiction, and then there are these people that don't so busy with life, going here and there and all that, and then you give it to them like, oh, I just wrote a book, Alice in Wonderland. They're like, Alice in Wonderland? You mean I would sit down, a whole man, full grown man like me, would sit down and be reading Alice in Wonderland? And then you get the score, you be like, okay, maybe that's how everybody else would think, and then you just put your draft under the carpet and then forget about your dream of authoring a book. I want to tell you that is not the right way to go about it. Don't give it to anyone that is not a professional author, because it will be like you're committing suicide. It will be like you're killing your dream. In fact, it means killing your dream, because most people have done that in the past and they could not publish that book at the long run. Not because the books were not good enough, not because the ideas were not good enough, but because they gave their manuscript to the wrong person. Now, the second thing you don't do with your manuscript is you don't criticize yourself based on it. Yes, you don't read the drafts of all these best-selling books that you love reading. You did not get the chance to read the draft. Had read the draft, you would have embraced yourself and said, oh, you did a great job, because yours is even better than that, better than it, and yet it became bestsellers. Because first draft is not everything there is to about writing. So don't criticize yourself based on what you have written down. You have done a great job. Yes, I am telling you, you have done a great job. Now, the third thing you don't do is you don't give it out to your audience like that. Please and please, your first draft, even most times your first draft might be for yourself alone. You don't even give it to anybody. It might be your second draft, or even third or fourth that gets to your editor. Please and please, don't give it. It doesn't make sense for you as a newbie. I'm speaking to people that are just starting out. They don't know you, they don't know anything about you, and then you are bringing a content that should educate them, that should entertain them, but it's filled with a lot of wrong structures. Like everything is just jam-packed, written anyhow, wrong style, wrong language, and then you're dumping it on them, and then you want good feedback, you want them to love it, you even want them to buy it. No, you are not doing the right thing. I said that because you are just starting out. You will be known for that work. Do you want to be known for something that is not good enough? That is why, please and please, don't be in a hurry to just, I want to get out. You're done with writing, you want to give it out. No, calm down. Yes, you've done a good job writing it. Please calm down. Don't give it out to them without editing it. Now, what do you do with your first draft? It's in hand already. What do you do with it? You're a newbie. Give it to a professional, please. Let me say that again. A professional editor. Please and please give it to a professional editor to work on it for you. And there are a lot of benefits to giving your book to a professional editor to edit for you. They would help you with all the things you don't know. They've been in the game longer than you. You're just coming. So they would help you with everything that you don't know about it. And by the time they are done with your work, you will look at it and you'll be like, wow, and please, as you give your work to a professional editor, don't make sure that the content, what you desire to tell people, is not lost in the process of editing. Read it. Once your editor returns it, please don't be too lazy. Read it. The editor performs various roles as regards making your book. Like, it's just like raw food. When you're so hungry, you can't be so hungry and then you're eating rice without cooking it. So that's how your book is right now. It's raw. So your editor does the work of cooking it, garnishing it. You can't make a naked cake now and just put it out for your birthday. You have to put the icing. So the work of the editor is to put the icing on the cake and make it look good for the person that will eat it. At least they will look at it first before they will taste it. So you have to make it look good. And there are other things you have to do with your first draft. There are other things you have to pay attention to. But because of time, I will not be going deep into them. I'll just mention them in passing. Also, you know that definitely you have to get a proofreader to read through your book and proofread by yourself. Also, read out, read aloud, listen to it, get things that needs to be removed, things that needs to be added at the long run to make it what you want it to be. And also, I would not forget to add that you need to get a professional book cover. Yes, you need a professional book cover. Many people say don't judge a book by its cover, but really, don't you judge a book by its cover? Most times the cover of a book will attract you to it before you now read it and enjoy the content. So please and please get a professional book cover. Also, other things that you can do with your first job, but because of time we will not be going deep into it. But if you want to know more about this topic, I wrote a book titled Publish That Book. Yes, proven steps for you to publish your book as a newbie. You don't know anything about publishing, but you desire to publish your book, self-publish or traditional publishing. I wrote a book concerning that, and if you would like to get that book, there are a lot of other things in the book, many things, importance of editing, even marketing, how to market your book. Yes, many people write their book and they don't get anyone to read it. If you desire your book to be read by many people, then that is also included in the book. If you want to get the book, the link is in the description box, and it is for a giveaway price. You don't even want to know how cheap it is. A very giveaway price. Okay, so the next thing I'll be talking about right now is types of publishing. Yes, there are two major types of publishing. We have the traditional publishing and the self-publishing. As the name implies, traditional publishing is just the traditional method of publishing your book. Yes, after writing your book, probably after editing it, then you look for a traditional publishing house, a traditional publisher, and then you walk up to them, or you call them, or you contact them through the internet, and you tell them, oh, I've written a book on this particular topic, about this, about that. I would like you to publish the book for me. And then you send the book to them, you send the manuscript to them. If they are okay with it, after reading through, then they can call you. You sit and talk, and then you sign a contract with them. They'll publish the book. of course with your name and your details, but the book will professionally belong to their publishing house. So you share, you have an agreement, and then you share it. That's traditional publishing. And if traditional publishing is what you want to do for your book, then you can look out for traditional publishers around you. Just write to them or call them, or any method of contacting them that you know. Contact them and then get talking with them. Get professional. Just tell them what the book is about, send a manuscript, and then hope that they give you a positive feedback. One of the problems about traditional publishing is it's always difficult to get published as a newbie. Yes, it's always very difficult. Unless you own the publishing house, it will be so difficult, because most time traditional publishers don't publish, like they don't invest in the talent. Most times they invest in the popularity. Maybe you are popular or you're a celeb already, then they can say, okay, people might not know you as a writer, but when you come out with something that you've written, they will be so eager to read it because you already have a name, you've made a name. But if you are a newbie and you are just starting out, you've not made a name, you are not known yet, getting a traditional publisher is very difficult. It is going to be very difficult, but luck can be on your side. Yes, you can be so lucky. Unless you own a publishing house, another way for you to traditionally publish is maybe you just own a publishing house. But now we're going to the second type of publishing, and that's my most favorite type of publishing, because that's the type of publishing that I do. Yes, I self-publish, and that is self-publishing. I've self-published about 7 of my books now and still counting. So when I tell you about self-publishing, you just want to listen. Okay, so on a lighter note. Okay, so what is self-publishing? Self-publishing, like the name implies, just means publishing yourself, publishing your book by yourself without giving it to a traditional publisher. You publish it by yourself. That is what self-publishing means. And if your book is in paperback, you know what a paperback is. If your book is in paperback, then you just go to a printing house, print the books, and then get started with the publishing. But if it is an ebook, then you might just prepare any format you want it to be in, PDF, EPUB, or whatever. Prepare it, make it look nice, and then it is ready for publishing. Now, how do you go about self-publishing? In my book, like I said, I wrote a book about how to publish your book. In my book, I mentioned the various ways you can go about self-publishing, and I explained in detail 2 ways. I explained it in details, but there are various ways you can go about it. There are a lot of online platforms that allows you to self-publish on their website, or you can own your own website. That's one. You can own your website by yourself for publishing your book. That's one way you can self-publish. Another way is you can go through all these online self-publishing websites. That's second way. And we have various types of them. We have the Amazon Kindle, we have Seller, we have Okada Books. We have various ways you can self-publish your book by yourself. And I want to really recommend self-publishing because it pays a lot. It makes you in charge of your book. You will not listen to any publisher, any traditional publisher telling you your book is not good enough just because it feels it will not make enough money from you. Yes, it's a traditional publisher will most likely tell you that, oh, this book, nobody will read it, just because it thinks that, oh, you are new and you don't have a name yet, and then it might not make enough money, and it will just tell you, oh, we can't publish this book. And they will not want to, most times they will not want to tell you outrightly that we are not publishing because we think we cannot make enough money from this book. They will just tell you, oh, this is not good enough, nobody will read it, and then you get discouraged. But in self-publishing, after you've gotten a professional editor, a nice book cover, professional book cover, your book is ready to be published, and you can take care of the publishing by yourself. So in my book, I went in details on how you can publish with Seller, how you can publish with all kind of books, and you can also publish with Amazon. I've said it, Amazon Kindle. Those are, you have to learn it. Yes, you have to learn how to self-publish online. So if you want to learn how you can self-publish online, then you have to get this book. Just get it and read through it, and by the time you are done with it, you would be publishing your book almost immediately. So that is all we'll be talking about in this video. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section, and I promise to answer every question. And if you want to learn how to write, you have a passion for writing but you don't know how to go about it, you want to learn writing, then you can stick around in this channel, because that's what we do here. And you can also contact me. My contact will be in the description box. You can contact me so I can train you personally on how to write. And anything bothering you about writing, you can leave the question in the comment section, or you can just reach me through my contact. Thank you very much for staying with me, and I remain my humble self, Grace Olayemi.